Today I'd like to talk to you about Bone. This is a graphic novel, and it's a series. This is number 3. I wanted to see if a graphic novel would be a good choice for young readers. And I think that it's great. I really do. There is a lot going on each page, but this is the graphic novel genre. It's a little different than a regular book. The story is captivating, the characters are lively. This would be great if we had the whole series. We only have the one book that I could find so far, but I think it's really a great story. Graphic novels are not for babies, they're not for children, they're for high school students and above. So just like any book that deals with taboo subjects, there's battles and there's monsters and there's stuff like that. I wouldn't give it to very young children. And there is one major problem with this writing, and that is some of the characters have an accent. And when writers write accents, they transliterate them the way that it sounds. So, is it the white whale? TH is instead of the. And he sure outsmarted you at the cow race, and you gotta pay for it by washing dishes at the tavern for the rest of the summer. As an English native speaker, this may be a little bit annoying for native speakers, but I always worry that ESL, they don't bother. As soon as it becomes difficult, my students automatically, they'll just give up. So I don't want them to give up, and I think it's interesting enough that they would ask me or figure it out or check online, whatever, and they can understand it. I think it's completely understandable, and I think, in fact, it's pushing them to be challenged a little bit. You never know exactly how much vocabulary is retained and recallable and how much they have to keep looking up again and again. I'm going to read this for you. They're reading a book together, and it happens to be Moby Dick, a great novel, a great American novel. Highly recommended for any adult who can take the time and is interested in literature, because it's an amazing book. But they're reading from another book, so I'm going to skip it. And I'm just gonna read these 2 panels. So it starts with, "Oh, hello, Ms. Possum. I was just reading from Moby Dick." Okay. "Oh my, is that what you were doing? Read some more so I can hear too." You want to hear about Moby Dick? Are you sure?" "Why not? You were reading it to Thorn." That's the girl. "I've built up a tolerance." When it comes to humor, there's something that will always be lost in translation. If one person is saying, "I've built up a tolerance to it," that means that they don't particularly like it, but they've gotten used to it. My recommendation is, if you have a high school student of a high intermediate or advanced reading level, and they're interested in graphic novels, I would get the series. I would get them the first one and see if they like it.